Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liza McCarthy. I'm a digital illustrator, and in today's video we are going to be doing a very special sort of little video that I had planned. It initially started as a sort of live stream, and when I figured I couldn't do it into live stream, I didn't have enough storage and I couldn't keep it up and Twitch wasn't really responding for me at that moment, I decided I lost some of the footage at the beginning, which I'm pretty sorry about, but I decided to create a video where I finish up this illustration. I was procrastinating on it and I wanted to make it fit into this video where I just finish all these illustrations and all, but then I definitely realized that it would be better to have it as a separate video because the illustration is just too beautiful, and I was just like, it's gonna be enough material for a whole separate video, and I shouldn't compromise or make it any shorter or anything, and I just found the perfect length for a whole video. I was pretty excited about that. And then I have some other few videos coming, hopefully soon, but I do know at one point I'll stop posting for a week to work on a bit on the vlogs. My last vlog, my first and last vlog, it's gonna be for a while since when I edit the vlogs I can put them back, put them on the channel, but I'm just saying that the last vlog was very it had really good response. People enjoyed it, views were, my regular started pretty low, but then I was just okay, so people do like it, and then I got some few comments that were very, very nice, and I was just pretty excited to get onto vlogs because I have a lot of footage and I have to empty some of the storage, and this is really the time when I have to focus on the vlogs because there's just a lot of footage to edit, and I feel like I have to make it my priority, a little bit of a priority in my schedule. My school is going to be starting out soon, really, really soon, and I'm pretty freaked out but pretty excited at the same time, but I know I'm more of a freaked out right now. It's just that considering that I'll be the good part is that I will be studying the subjects I want to study, subjects that I picked, and I have 4 subjects this year, and next year is hopefully going to be 3 subjects, so I'm pretty excited about that. The stress is coming from the fact that I want to do biology and I don't have the right math grades for biology. My exams, they weren't a good grade. I got a C. It was really bad. However, in my assignments and all that and tasks that I did, I had over 90 and over 80. I never went below 70 for math, and I was really good at math. So the exams are pretty challenging, especially the end part of it. Everything was just horrible, and I knew that I was going to get a low mark. So the thing is that I was how can I do biology, because math is a requirement, and then I was when asking, right, the counselor or somebody like that, they actually said that I can do biology, but only if I get over 70% on the first 3 assignments within 4 months. That's pretty terrifying, but then I do know what I'm gonna make my initial focus and priority at the time, putting in an emphasis on biology and really doing well, because I really wanted to do something in my future career, hopefully with either psychology, biology, or English literature, English in general. I'm very good at writing. I feel like I could do that. I got an A in literature, and I'm very good grades in English and all that, but and writing 800 word essays was never my problem. I can do it daily, sort of, not that I'm being overconfident, but I genuinely enjoy writing. I genuinely love reading, and I love writing, and I just love making my own stories up. So analyzing texts, anything like that's super cool. I really enjoy it right now. but I obviously think I'm leaning more towards biology because I could be like a doctor or anything like in the medical field, and that's what I really, really love, and I'm very eager to do that. And I think that if I have biology, I have more options open, and it's just generally like subjects I wanted to pursue since I was a kid, and I knew that I loved biology and I had that love for it. I had amazing grades and I have amazing grades, but it's just that the last year or so biology has been a bit harder on me. And however, in my exams I have really, really good biology grades. I do know that, and whenever I did mock exams I had like 2 to 3 questions wrong, maximum 4, but I knew I was confident in biology and all the sections was always answered and I never left a blank space, so I knew what I was doing and I wanted to do biology. So that's what freaks me out a bit, since I have to really, really focus on it, and I know that I won't be as active as I am right now. My schedule so far has been posting a video every 3 days. It hasn't been like posting twice a week or 3 times a week. I don't keep up with that. I feel like it varies, and I check, sometimes it's 3 times per week, sometimes it's 2 times per week, whatever. And I just feel really guilty if I don't post long enough, because obviously I have to have an engaged community and all that, and I'm kind of working on that. And maybe I'll be like putting a pause, like not right now, don't like be freaked out or anything like that, but maybe I'll put a pause sometime and come back with more content when I'm ready and when I have it done. But for a while I think it would be amazing to post some speed paint videos, like working on some art, or in my free time, and just doing whatever I can with that. So I'm still kind of thinking about everything right now. Obviously, like, reading is an important hobby of mine, and I don't want to lose that, so maybe I take like a pause from art, but not right now, so don't be freaked out. I'm just talking about generally in future or like near future. I'll still have to think about that because I still have to edit like vlogs, so that would be also priority. So far I've been reading, if we're shifting subjects, I've been reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It is a book by my all-time favorite author, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am already on page 136, right? Out of, how much was there? 400. Sorry, I'm on page 154 out of 400. It's been my second day, and I've just started reading a bit today. Picked it up again, and I really am enjoying this book. So this book, basically, if you want to get into reading and you want to read some of Taylor Jenkins Reid books, I would recommend start with Daisy Jones and the Six. It's my all-time favorite 6-star read. But you might be a little confused because there are a lot of names to remember, a lot of characters you get introduced very, very fast, and you have to remember them, but I'm very good at that. Anyways, shifting back to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it is about this huge celebrity. She's like a huge actress, Evelyn Hugo, and she hires this unknown kind of journalist, Monique Grant, and Elizabeth Monique Grant, and basically she asks her to really like an interview to work on her, and this is like an interview style where she reveals, and you get to experience the mystery. Why is Monique Grant like for the job? Because there's so much better journalists than her, so much more known journalists, and Evelyn specifically cherry-picked Monique. So then you get to follow around her life. Basically, Evelyn Hugo talks about like her life and how she became an actress, her career, and basically everything, her love story, the love of her life, everything like that you get in this book. And this book is just like perfect encapsulation of the Hollywood glamour. I really like that. I also love the mystery aspect. It was just like an amazing aspect, and it just like keeps you going and reading more. Taylor Jenkins Reid has a very specific writing style that I do enjoy, and it's a writing style that's very interesting. And I think that I could, you know how you could, like, if you read a book and you didn't know what book it was, right? Or, who's the author, and you're reading like something from Emily Henry, you would guess it's Emily Henry because she has such a specific style. The same way does, I feel like, Taylor Jenkins Reid has a very specific style, and I really like it. It's easy to understand, it's very factual, it's just like the way the words she chooses and everything is just like perfect encapsulation of what my reading preferences, and I want to get all her books. Another one of my favorite authors is definitely Holly Black. I want to read more of her fantasy series. I heard that she has other works besides the Cruel Prince trilogy, and I also want to get Emily Henry books because I feel like People With Me on Vacation took me so long to read, but I did love her writing style, and that's what kept me going despite the story being like, mediocre. In my opinion, I feel like it was mediocre because I heard people talk like amazing things about Beach Read, Book Lovers, Happy Place, and People With Me on Vacation was just like mid for a lot of people. I just felt because I don't feel like that's a spoiler alert. I just feel there was literally no chemistry between the characters, and I felt like I don't know, the romance was poorly developed. But I did really like reading everything she writes, and I just enjoyed her writing style. It was super engaging. It wasn't like a page turner, but it was definitely a very nice one and like an amazing one to read. So I really overall enjoyed it. Then moving on to what I'm watching right now, I've been watching The Ultimatum. I'm on season 1, so it's this reality TV show called Ultimatum, Marry or Move On, and basically this is essentially where 6 couples come in, and one of the persons in the couple, in each of those couples, has given the other one an ultimatum. So basically either we get married or we separate, and they kind of have to go into this experience where they kind of become single, they like break up, and they kind of mingle with the other couples, and they see whether they want to getting like married to this person that they came with, married to the person they liked and started living for 3 weeks, or do they want to just like leave alone. So that's pretty interesting. And so far this has been like a pretty drama sort of season. I'm excited to watch season 2 sometime soon. Anyways, I've been watching that while editing and simultaneously drawing. I've also finished watching today Rosaline, and I could not recommend this movie enough. I am a sucker for cute romantic movies that involve comedy and banter, and it's just such a good one. I don't know, it's such a good one, and especially the main love interest was the cast of who was he, Lord Condé from Rain. I was just like, oh my god. Like, if you haven't watched Rain, you have to watch it. There's like 4 seasons, and I love that show so much. Like, it's about Mary Stuart and her life and everything, and I just felt so sorry for Bash. What's his name? Bash? I believe so. I remember so. So basically, I really loved the whole relationship, and there was this whole love triangle, and everything was just like super crazy and super surreal. So I just recommend that you check that show out. Anyway, moving forward again, I will be watching some other movies, which is the Gran Turismo. I'll also be watching Joyride. Definitely have that in my mind. I want to watch Little Women because I have never watched Little Women, and I'm excited to watch it sometimes this week or something. I also want to pick up the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building. I want to pick up the XO Kitty show, like basically a spin-off from the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. I've watched it. I'm yet to read the books. I want to read it sometime soon and get them. But so far I've just got the Summer Turn Pretty series in those nice pastel covers, and I've been like so loving it, but I've not really been in the mood. I do want to watch the show after I read the books, but I don't want to read the books yet because I'm feeling more of a historical biography, kind of biography, like fiction, fantasy, you know. I'm not feeling summer romance sort of vibe right now, so I'm trying to feel it and really mood read for the time being. I'm also pretty excited. I don't know, I'm pretty conflicted. Like, I've been just super worried that will I be making a sale this week? Will I not be making a sale? Like, all those things freak me out. And I've been so stressed about nothing. I really want to like contact the buyer about like, you know, perfume and all that. But like, I feel like they should reach out to me if they want to buy. Otherwise, I feel like I'm being very like, I don't know, I'm being very hands-on, and I feel like maybe I'll intimidate them or overwhelm them if I be like, hey, you know, you've promised like you're gonna buy this on the 23rd and now it's like the 2nd October or like the 1st October, whatever, you know. And I just feel like really weird about everything. I don't know, should I reach out, or I feel like I'm just gonna be like everywhere. And I don't want to feel like I'm a sturdy grip. I just want people to, you know, either you're gonna buy it or not. But I do know that even though like she particularly asked that I do make a reservation for her, that I do keep them for her, if I do get another buyer, I'm definitely going to sell it, because I feel like you have to work on your own interests when you're a seller. And you know, my side hustle really is a you know, pretty busy one. But anyways, I'm just telling you that I'm just trying to keep it together and not ask her like, hey, you know, are you gonna buy this or not? I feel like I've already asked and she said the 23rd, and now it's just like over a week, and I'm not gonna ask for a while, because I do want to know whether she's gonna buy or not, because I feel like I really need the money right now. So, you know, I'm saving up my money for the Stanley, and obviously I'm getting a purple one. If you couldn't tell, I love purple and all shades of purple, especially like lavender is my favorite, like lilac. So that's kind of how it's going. So I'm gonna figure that one out. I'm also going to be working on my Instagram commissions post, but I still haven't, because I'm like not really particularly happy for commissions. If I do get DM'd and be like, hey, you know, you do a commission, let's talk about this, sure, you know, sure, why not? But it's just, the thing is that freaks me out all the time is like, if I make a post, then I do know that like 3 or 4 people at a time can message me and be like, hey, you're doing commissions. There are obviously like more than 20 fake ones, you know. Let's be real. They come out every single month. Whether they're open or whether they're not, there are a lot of bots or like scammers coming out there. But there were like 4 to 3 genuine people that would be like, hey, you're doing commission, like we'd love like the commission from you, and we talk about that. And I don't know. I genuinely don't want to open them for a while because I feel like I'm really busy with everything. But I'm pretty excited to get to work on the vlogs. I feel like maybe I'm a bit more confident since working on the first vlog I did, and I just want to be a bit more, I don't know, talkative or something, but I do want to let like a chill moment, so it's like a chill vlog. But then I do want to show you around, like explain what I'm showing around, like something like that element, because for my family vlogs I do have that element, and I don't know why I feel like that's so bad to have it for my regular YouTube channel vlogs. I'm trying my best, and the illustrators I've seen so far, all they do is they put on those subtitles, like captions into the video, and then they put on music, and that's it. They just like show random clips. They can be guilty of that, but I don't think that I want to necessarily do that, you know? So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I've also been a bit more active on Patreon. I've been very active about like videos that I post, because usually I don't post videos for a while. I haven't been very consistent with that because, you know, recording videos for YouTube, like reading and then watching movies and shows, and then doing commissions if there are any, and then editing and voiceover, it all takes like an overwhelming amount of burden of work, and I keep seeing that my to-do list for the day keep increasing, not even talking about my personal chores that I have at home, and everything just like keeps piling up, and I feel a bit overwhelmed sometimes, and that's when I try to like, I don't need to do work for the day and just kind of cancel them. But I do say that I have a lot of pressure when I'm like, you know, that's in my list, I have to do that, I have to like, you know, be sticking to the list, and I feel pressure to do everything, even if it's at the last minute. So that's just been I've been just really bad about it, and very inconsistent about everything. I'm just like not sure what to do. I'm definitely trying to take one step at a time and not overwhelm myself or get like a burnout. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid that at all costs. And I definitely stop myself from overworking them, and I'll be like, okay, so, you know, you have to like stop with this. So I'm just trying to force myself to not overwhelm myself and not to put a lot of pressure on it, because I have no illustrations right now that I'm even yet to finishing. You know, I have one illustration, and if I complete that, everything else is a sketch. None of them is like a half complete sort of situation, no. And I'm pretty intimidated by that. Like, do I start a new sketch? Do I work on other sketches? I really don't know, and I don't have the mood on working for a few illustrations. So I'm basically gonna edit the vlogs and then see how everything goes, and I don't want to sound like pessimistic, but I feel like if you expect the worst and you embrace the worst, then you just kind of, you know, if something good happens, that okay, you were wrong and you're better off, right? But if something bad happens, you're like, I expected that, you know, you're being a realist of the situation. Because I don't really want to force myself being like, I'm extremely open to making illustrations right now, overwhelming myself in my to-do list, because it just changes, and especially that I have Patreon and I have to provide this content to the people that are paying for this content. So it's just like another level of anxiety to post everything. I've been not keeping up with any of my podcasts, whether it's like Patreon exclusive, or whether it's my digital struggles on Spotify. I have not for a while. I will be coming back sometime, probably when school starts, because that's when I feel like the most talkative and the most be like, you know, I need help. Hello, help me somebody. That sort of mood. However, I do think that I will be better off like picking up my podcast if I feel like picking up my podcast. Otherwise, there's really no reason for me to do that. And I really enjoy hosting a podcast. It's just that uploading the episodes and recording them is what I don't like. But usually like talking about things and, you know, having fun with it, sure, I'm not against that. And, you know, I'll be doing an update or something, and that's gonna be pretty exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for listening to my worries and me kind of pulling your ear off, and just being here, supporting me. That means a lot to me, and I hope that, you know, my little community grows and we have a good time on my YouTube channel.